Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We're playing the vanilla version on Expert Iron Man. This is a party of 5 hybrids, no RPCs. Alright, so offline I did some grinding, got us leveled up a decent amount. Do a quick status update here. I'm still in Arctic, I didn't go anywhere. Looks like we are level 10 now. And I did switch the monk to dual wielding nunchucks. She's really bad with it right now. Only has 3 on Mason Flail. But she's still getting the same number of attacks as the staff because she gets 1 per hand. So it'll be a while before she could dual wield. In fact, I may end up getting dual wield and get multiple attacks. I may end up getting a better staff before then, and I may just switch away from these again. But I wanted to give it a shot and see how well we could do with those. They're pretty good weapons. Late game, they're not going to be the best, I don't think, but they have good knockout chance.
Yeah?
And good initiative and hit. And they're pretty light, so they're decent weapons. Okay, well, we are ready to move on. Gonna go to Compani base camp. And I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. I did probably get armor upgrades. Yeah, I got some armor upgrades. I spent all my money. I had done some potion mixing. But now I'm completely broke. 49 gold. Alright, let's get out of here. I think I will go back to the monastery and get the demon sword and the demon bow. That'll be pretty useful for this party.
I see something.
See something moving.
Alright, what do we got? Level 7s. No problem.
Let battle begin.
Well, there's some level 3s too.
Sure.
Right there. Or 3 of them. Yeah, those are level 9. Those are going to be a little bit harder. Let's get a bless.
With pleasure.
Let's get a guardian angel.
Taken care of.
It will be done.
I don't like fighting them here, but I think we'll be okay. We're getting 2 attacks on everyone now. Minus the monk, but again, still gets 2 because of having 2 weapons instead of 1.
Pleasure.
Taken care of.
I want to train a little bit. We'll do 1 shrill sound.
Sure.
Do have blinding flash on the ranger. He really needs to train it. Go ahead and do that.
Avec plaisir. Taken care of.
As long as we don't backfire. If we backfire, the monk will still be able to hit with melee without penalty. That's a specialty with monks. Okay. Nice. I'm gonna take this guy down.
Victory is mine.
You're next, buddy. I don't have multiple attacks with my ranged weapons yet, because I haven't done much range training.
Avec plaisir.
Yeah, you can tell we're missing these a lot more, the level 9s. They have much better evasion. Not bad with those nunchucks, because of the high strength and dexterity. And this bonus to hit.
Pleasure.
That guy's running for the hills. Just let him get away. Probably run into him again later. Alright.
We did it!
Wow, look at all the Tim increases. Flail, stealth, dual weapons, artifacts, mythology, mental magic. Okay. Some divine training here.
I hear you.
Yeah?
Camouflaged creature. It must be Piercer Modi or a plant. Let's back up. You're within range.
Sure. Palatine.
Plants.
They're all over me.
Holy moly.
With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Okay, those are crimson poppies, I think. And we do not have good air resistance, so this is going to be quite dangerous.
Clean
I'm going to use an acid bomb here.
Sure.
Avec plaisir.
It will be done.
Take him a little bit to reach us. Yeah, you just shoot. I'm gonna
Sure.
get closer. Oh, this is level 12. This might be caustic. That's really, really bad. We need to kill that ASAP. That can end up blinding us.
With pleasure. 요리를 다 고래봐.
Okay. Now we need to use our cherry bomb.
Sure.
So the crimson poppies are going to come forward.
Avec plaisir.
And hopefully block this one. Well, it's still going to potentially blind us. Oh good, he shot instead. Is he in long range? That's why. He has to be in throwing range to do the blind. How many points left? 17. Let's see if we can keep hitting it with spells. Now it only has 7. Oh, it's a rank weed. Okay. Okay, that's not as bad.
Sure.
Rank weeds will nauseate and poison you. This guy... Okay, good. There's only level 7. Okay, they're not brigands, so we're good. There's the nausea. Which isn't good. It increases our chance to hit by 5. Until it wears off. I do have Cure Lesser Condition, but... You can lose your turn, too, trying to cure it. This makes me wonder if it's even worth it. No. Just gonna attack.
Sure.
Probably lose some turns here. Yep, Monk just lost his turn. Valkyrie lost her turn.
That does made it much shorter. With pleasure.
Nice.
That's much better.
Acid bomb did some good damage over time. Nice. Ooh, devil dust. A little bit of range training here. We need it.
Oh, much better.
There we go.
We did it!
20,000. Oh yeah.
I have recovered.
3 pages of training. Good.
À votre service.
Alright, I'm gonna rest.
You have summoned me? This is most unfortunate. It will be done. This is most unfortunate. It will be done.
Alright, we got 1 Joker still out here.
Let battle begin.
Oh, and there's 6 more rogues somewhere.
Sure. With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Do you want to do some more fire training, Ranger?
Avec plaisir.
And better training on
It will
the
be
samurai.
done with pleasure.
Since I don't have X-ray, I can't tell where these rogues are. Assuming they're over here. Just don't know where. Let me target this guy. So at least hit 1. So I'm just looking for training.
Secundus.
Fizzled, that's fine.
Avec plaisir.
Made 1 insane for 1 round. Okay, here they come. Oh, level 10 brigands. Okay, we want to definitely fight these in the hot zone. This will be way more challenging. They look just like the others, but they're much harder. Okay. Go ahead and do our blind attempt.
Avec plaisir.
Alright, let's just attack. Looks like they want to throw. Oh, he came up. Okay. We can't reach them.
Atralana.
Hey, Moody. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Watch out for highway robbery, so. That's right.
Sure.
Highway robbery. Okay. That's not bad. These guys are normally really hard to hit. So I'm very happy with their melee skills.
Sure.
Damn.
Leather Hubbard, that's an upgrade.
Sure.
The usual 8 out of 10. Hear that, Moody?
Sure. Time. Sure.
Shaman gloves, I think that's probably an upgrade for someone. Moody says, why only 5 characters this run? Because there's only 5 hybrid classes in the game. And I wanted to have one of each. Plus it makes it a lot harder, only having 5.
Victory! Victory is mine!
Sure.
This guy wants to throw. Moody says, I do have one idea for a 6th character. You don't even have to say it, Moody. I know who you're thinking already. No, we're not doing any RPCs. Sparkle.
Time.
She is a hybrid. She's a ranger, but we already have a ranger. And she won't go everywhere. That's one of the problems with RPCs. Since they don't like to go everywhere, they're actually more of a hindrance than a help. Unless you want 8 characters. Having 8 is easier, but it's really a pain in the butt. Dragging them around. We'll just let that guy run away. Yeah, I'm really happy with these hybrids right now. With our melee skill. Magic skill is terrible, but that's okay. Once we hit spellcasters, it's going to be a bit scary.
À votre service.
Which will probably start happening pretty soon.
I hear you.
Once I get magic screen, we'll be okay. Not good by any means. Now I have a book, but I don't think we're qualified yet. Let me double check. Ah, she is. Nice. She got her divine skill up high enough. Her water and her water is not high enough to do those yet. That's good. At least we'll be able to do a low-level magic screen.
Ready and willing.
See how much of a difference that makes. Yeah, see, that's a pretty good difference. I think it went from either 25 or 30 to 44. So it's probably a 14 to 19% increase.
You have summoned me?
And we got more enemies. Sevens. And there's that brigand that had run away.
Let battle begin.
It's alright. This will be
With pleasure.
a good place to fight again.
Taken care of.
It will be done.
Get a little bit of area of effect magic going.
Sure.
It will be done.
These are gonna want to throw again.
Queen Boo.
Valentine. Hey!
It will be done.
Avec plaisir.
Now they'll have to come forward, at least some of them.
It will be done.
Sure.
Avec plaisir.
Oh, he's wanting to come forward. Good. Move on up. Step right up. Step right up.
Sure.
Thieves Buckler. Not using shields though. Last party was everyone had to use a shield. This party is no one's gonna use a shield. Unless I get something like a light shield.
So much for that.
Nice.
À votre service.
Yeah?
Alright. I'm gonna try to move on here without resting much. want to get back to the monastery. We're halfway. We need about 150,000, 160,000 to get to the next level. We'll get the demon weapons. Moody says, hope your everyone uses a shield party is still alive. They completed the game, Moody. I completed that run last week, I think. On my Discord channel, you can always see the completed games I played. That was number 9. That was my 9th Iron Man win on stream. Crimsons, okay. That's what I want to do. I think I just want to do a bless.
With pleasure, it will be done.
Should be able to take these down pretty quickly. Ah, fizzled the bless.
With pleasure. This is bad.
What are they going for? Let's go for this one. Decent
À votre
training.
service. I hear you.
You remember these good dancers, but not in sync, yeah. Go get the demon weapons. Before I forget, equip that leather hauberk too. Gloves.
You have summoned me? This is most unfortunate. This is most unfortunate. It will be done.
Ready and willing.
Back to the monastery. Back to get the demon weapons. This will be our first real fight with a bunch of magic. We'll see how this goes. This could be quite dangerous.
This battle will be as short and sweet as it. With pleasure. Queen Pooh.
45.
Taken care of.
Kim's paralyzed. Got 3 paralyzed. Saz is blinded. Too insane. Oh, everybody's insane except Ranger.
I am no longer afflicted. Yes, that's much better. Oh, much better.
That plague is gone.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous. Filcher's banned. That's worth a good amount of money. I'm definitely selling it. Okay, let's see if we can ID this.
This is bad.
We know what it is. Rest.
Yeah?
There we go. Demon's Bane. So 10.5 damage on average. And it's okay. This does 11 on average, weighs 15. 6.5. So I'll go ahead and equip this on the fighter. And for now, we'll give him a Thieves Buckler. Fighter, not fighter, the Lord. Just a little speed boost. Okay, and then the Demon String. This one to hit. Let's give that to Valkyrie. No, Fighter, Lord. Okay. +1 AC for now on you. Alrighty, let's get
Ready and willing.
protections going again.
You have summoned me?
This is most unfortunate.
It will be done.
Booby trapped.
Yeah?
À votre
You have
service.
summoned
hear
me?
you.
I should do some
Ready
divine
and
trap
willing.
training on
Yeah?
this.
You have summoned
I
me?
hear you.
Ready and willing.
I hear
You
you.
have
À
summoned
votre
me?
We
service.
Yeah?
have
À votre service.
poser cap. Alarm. It's okay.
Ready and willing.
It is
Really? 5 bullets and a potion of Superman. What a joke.
Looks trapped. Damn. Crab apples. Crab apples. You have summoned
À
me?
votre service.
Granite ring. That's more like it. That's decent. And the rose +1 is garbage. It's the equivalent of suede. Let's see. It's 5, this weighs 3. It's just a tiny bit lighter. Granite ring, put on monk. Alright. Gonna rest right here. Just in case something spawns.
Ready and willing. You have summoned me?
Okay, we're done with this.
This is most important. It will be done.
I guess it was worth coming back. Get the granite ring and the demon bane. Demon string. Arnica Road. Honey Base Camp is next.
Let battle begin.
More crimsons, okay. Well,
With
I'm just gonna
pleasure.
attack.
With pleasure.
That's weird. Let's see who's got the most kills. I suspect it's gonna be close between the Valkyrie and the Samurai. Keep training. Hey, Sever, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
À votre service.
Sever's on a 3 or 5 stream watch streak. Wow, nice. Moody says, do poppies have the ability to put you to sleep? Yes.
I hear you.
They can do it with a special breath attack or hitting you. Hey, Jimmy, welcome. How are you doing? No, but they have a habit of getting stuck in your teeth, Jimmy says. Let's see. A bunch of junk to sell. Okay.
Ready and willing.
What those are? Oh, it could be Medusa or Impaling. Moody says, just like the Wizard of Oz. Check out our kills. Lord 85, Valkyrie 146, Samurai 143, Ranger 137, Monk 74. So yeah, the Monk and Lord are way behind. A lot of that's due to the weapons they have. Let's go up here. Okay, as long as there's no Queen Ant.
You have summoned me? This is Master.
Oh, come on.
Ready? With pleasure.
You have summoned me?
Okay, now what do we got? Highwayman.
This is the part where we fight, right?
3, 5, and 7.
Sure. With pleasure.
Taken care of.
It will be done.
Avec plaisir.
It will be done.
They're still too far away. Level 9s and 7s. Jimmy says, so they see us from there? Yeah. I started combat So I purposely started it. Sure where the sevens are.
Sure.
Probably over there somewhere.
Queen
Yeah, they would have left, but since I started combat, they come towards you.
Sure. It will be done.
And then if you have the chameleon spell activated, it can make it even farther before they see you.
Look at those things.
Things, she calls them things. They're called humans? Well, technically they're Hagardi. Assuming they're human. Does it show? Can't recruit a Hagardi. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably human.
With pleasure.
Jimmy says they trying to sneak attack us from the side. Yeah, they are. Actually, it is funny. The all monsters in the game have a behavior property, and one of them is sneaky. And the rogues and highwaymen have it set to sneaky. They sure are. This will be a lot of training. Hey, Mr. Spock. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What makes a character hybrid, multi-racial? No, hybrid is there's 5 hybrid classes: Lords, Valkyries, Samurai, Ranger, and Monk. That's the category they're in. It determines how much experience is needed to level up. And they get spells and they're decent with melee and some other skills. So kind of like jack of all trade type ideas. The ninja is ultimately the best jack of all trades, but he's considered elite. There's two classes in elite. There's bishop and ninja. Then the next most expensive are hybrids for experience and level up. Then I believe it's pure casters like mage, priest, psionic, alchemist. And then finally all non-casters are in their own category.
Taken care of.
And they're the cheapest experience wise. The classes themselves are just mixed. Yeah. Yep. And like I said, the ninja a lot of people think that they're hybrid, but they're not. They're in a different category called elite. So they're kind of like special hybrids, more powerful hybrids. And bishops fall into lead because they can get every spell in the game, and they can use good weapons and armor like priests. So they're pretty ridiculous too.
Avec plaisir.
Actually, I'm not gonna do it right. Hybrid plus, yeah. There you go. Jimmy says, how many elite classes are there? There's only two, the ninja and the bishop.
It will be done.
This reminds me of those old 60s and 70s Japanese martial art movies where there'll be one guy surrounded by like a whole ring of bad guys, and they only run up one at a time. Instead of them going, you know, coming in together and grabbing the
This is
person,
bad.
they run in one at a time.
We did it!
Yeah, good training there.
À votre service.
I hear you. Ready and willing.
Yeah, one of the tricks in this game with hybrids is you kind of have to, well, you either have to power train, do a lot of grinding, or you have to really pick their focus and try not to make them a jack of
Yeah.
all trades.
Ready
Because
and
if you
willing.
do try to do everything with them, they're going to be crappy.
There.
So my plan, we'll see how it works out, but my plan is
You have summoned
to
me.
make them really good with melee first. And they're pretty decent now. They're not great, but they're decent.
It will be done.
And then once they're good with that, we're going to focus more on magic and ranged attacks. But if you have good melee ability, then you're pretty good. You can still get killed from magic, though. So we need to focus on magic resistance. Like element shield and all that, which is why you have to start training that magic. So you can cast that at a decent level. Or you will die.
This battle will be child's play.
Sure.
It will be done.
With pleasure.
Jimmy says maybe an elite duo run in your future, Ninja and Bishop. That actually could be doable on an expert Iron Man run. It'll require huge amount of planning and a huge amount of grinding, training. But I think it is doable. You level up pretty quickly, so you have to do a lot of training on all your spells and weapon skills. Require a ton of planning on all that. Yeah, I would like to try that at some point.
Taken
Expert
care of.
Iron Man run, of course. That's a requirement. No saves coming. Sever says 3 bishop and 3 ninja. Yeah, that's definitely doable. That would be actually fairly easy. Jimmy says book it. Well, we'll see what we can do with this. This run here is going to be really hard. We'll see if we can survive it. Mid game, I think, is going to be hardest for this party. We start fighting a lot of scary casters. Trying to think. If we did a ninja and a bishop, the ninja would focus on throwing, auto penetrate throwing early on. And we'd have to focus on stealth skill. The bishop would have to focus on like guardian angel and body of stone to really protect them both. Element shield, soul shield. If those are the main focuses, I think it would possibly be doable. Get some of the psionic spells on the priest too, like Psionic Blast for some stealth attacks and Pandemonium. We'd need to really work on throwing and artifacts on the ninja too. So they could use powders and stuff. Mr. Spock says, I'd like to see you hack. Your party is just NPCs. That would actually be kind of funny. I'm not sure the game engine can even support that. Because it always puts the two RPCs up here in slots 7 and 8. I'm not sure it can handle forcing them. Like, I might be able to hack the RPCs to cause them to not be RPCs. So when they join, somehow flag them as regular player characters. I'm not really sure how that would work, though. I'm not sure if that's doable. Jimmy says, I'm actually pretty invested in this run. The fights are taking just long enough to make me think we might be in danger. Yes. Yeah, right now we're fairly strong. We're at a pretty good sweet spot. Where there's not going to be a whole lot that's really dangerous for us, except for, like I said, casters.
This will be done.
If we run into, like, casters that can blind us and also have attackers with them, things like that, that's very dangerous. Things that can paralyze us. I have enough hit points like this to take all these hits and I don't have to really get concerned about it. So I can just heal too. Mr. Swack says, haha, always trying to think of weird ways to make the game more interesting. Yeah, no, I agree. Romulan, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Wizardry 8 rocks. Yeah, it does. So many options in the game. Sever says there maybe just make 6 of the RPCs as PCs. Human Valkyrie and call her Vi. Yeah, that I could definitely do. I could probably hack the pictures and everything. I'm not sure about the voices. I don't know how that works. I haven't studied any of the game files. I don't know if I could kind of force voice acting in on player characters. I'm guessing the game engine wouldn't really like that. There's a lot of hard-coded stuff in this engine. I know Cosmic Forge Editor can't really do that stuff. I could replace some of the sound files themselves.
Yeah?
That would be kind of a big pain in the butt.
You have summoned me? This is most of this will be done.
Ready and willing.
Okay.
You have summoned me?
Let's see if we can make some progress now.
Taken care of.
there's any enemies wandering about. Nope. Oh, Sever, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Mr. Spock there. Holy moly, you've gifted 12 subs on the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Nice. It's very generous. Sever's been streaming Final Fantasy X. How far into the game do you think you are, Sever? Like what percentage done? I know there's all those optional quests and everything, so...
I see something.
Mr. Hooper is your old friend? Who's that, Grom? You talking about... Yeah, I don't know who that is. Let's see if I can sneak by this Hogar. Thanks for giving Sever the shout out too. Yeah, he's been streaming Final Fantasy X.
Something is cleaning around.
Okay, let's get him less.
With pleasure.
Oh, he says if you don't know who Mr. Hooper is, you weren't there. Okay. Yeah, I do not know who that is. The only Hooper I know is a director named Toby Hooper. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
The Sesame Street store owner, Mr. Spock says? I don't know. The Sesame Street owner is the guy he passed. Okay, let's see here. Woodsman's axe. Two-handed. Nope. It's too crappy for two-handed. I'm not retraining the pole arm. Mr. Spock says he was a popular character, died in the 80s, I think. Oh.
Spotted a wild one.
I'm totally confused. I thought Gromulin was saying he'd just die. I think Gromulin might be drunk or high. We got... Yeah.
Let battle begin.
Caustic Vine. Yeah, these are not good. Let's see.
With pleasure.
Taken care of.
Vanity won't work. Real sound's just gonna tickle him.
Sure,
Want to get some protection going, I think, first.
sure.
And we'll run forward. This caustic vine's gonna blind us. Oh, Gromulan says it was an inside joke between myself and Sever.
I
Ah,
cannot
okay.
see, so I shall rely on my sense of smell.
Darkness. I feel ill.
Okay, let's see.
With pleasure.
Let's get another couple guardian angels going.
Taken care of. All is dark.
It is so.
Everyone's blind except the Lord. Alright. We're gonna have to move forward. We don't have a choice here. Monk can attack without penalty, melee range being blind. See if he gets some hits here. Nope. There we go, there's one hit. Okay. The danger's down. We just gotta put up with these iron weeds.
That plague is
Yeah?
gone.
We did it!
Alright, let's see if you can cure yourself. That's an example of when things can go sideways with this party. Real quick. All the disabling.
I am no longer afflicted.
Moody says need a particular type of resistance. Yeah, blind is fire resistance in this game. In Wizardry 6 and 7, it's normally light resistance. It's more granular in that engine. But you can be, like in my mods, I
that's
added the
much
blizzard
better.
spell. That can do blindness with cold resistance. But the original game doesn't have that. Okay, we'll fight them later. Let's just go to Impani base camp. I might end up switching to a Haya bow.
Who
Here.
is that be? Halt! Stop! Are you carrying any?
Sever says, Gromulan, we have an inside joke.
It's important.
So I guess
Tezzeret, your
maybe the inside joke is on you, Sever. You're not even included in it.
It was a pleasure.
Oh, I need to go talk to this guy first. There's Moody's favorite
Who
NPC.
goes there?
Company. Hi, guys. I just.
We'll recruit Sparkle just to get her stuff. She has an acid bomb. Dismiss. Why won't it dismiss? What the?
You tell Bobrack you really liked
Wow,
me,
that
huh?
was a really
I
slow
want a good
delay.
report. You tell Bobrack you really liked me, huh? I want a good report.
That was weird.
Would you like to enlist? Good to hear. First, of course, I'll need to
Mr.
put you
Spock
through our
says, is
intense
this a Monty
obstacle
Python
course, just to make
sketch?
sure that
LOL.
special-
I don't know.
Okay, pups.
See ya, friend.
Yeah, that was really weird with Sparkle there. Moody hacked the game. He didn't want her to be released.
We have company.
Well.
You're next, Sax.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for your equipment. He's doing the same thing.
Your call, boys. It's back to the road.
It's delayed.
You stop by sometime, and old Sax will play
Moody
a
is
tune for
blocking
you.
the dismiss. That's what it seems like. Okay, he finally got dismissed.
Hey, I hope you can. What'll it be? Let me know when you need.
Okay.
See ya, friend.
Force a save here.
Who is that?
This is acting weird.
Kneel around here. Don't let the
Bye-bye.
back so soon.
Okay, now we've got a bunch of junk to offload here. Does everyone have leather boots? No. What else we got? Okay. I have another thieves buckler. Mr. Spock says maybe you need to save and re-enter the game to fix the delay. Oh, re-enter the game. Hey Jeff, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Says, oh, what a joyous day to see a D Forte stream again. Jeff's been streaming Ultima 3 on the NES. Ultima Exodus. Okay. Aerial slippers. Don't need those. Okay. I earned a pretty good amount of money there. I like it. Let's see if he has a Hayabo for Tim. If not, we'll rest and try to get one. Because I know he does sell them. Mr. Spock says, good game. Ultima 3 on the NES from what I have seen. Jeff says, Ultima cheese. How'd you get your money situation dealt with, Jeff? Are you still grinding it? He says, it's okay at best, LOL. I think if you don't use the handbook and don't know the Ultima silliness, then it would suck. Yeah, I do have some good memories of it from when I was a kid, but I do know it's pretty painful. So nostalgia is strong for that one for me.
Ready and willing.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Blunderbuss. Flak jacket. This is good. It's light and good armor class. We'll put that on the samurai. And then sell his tuxedo. Get the flag. Ooh, yeah, Book of Armor plate. Nice. Jeff says we filled in the gaps with our own fun. Yeah, that is true. That's how it goes. Plus, it was all you had. So you played what you had.
See a friend.
Great!
Nice. Okay. So we're going to rest until we can get a higher boat for the monk. Mr. Spock says, definitely looks better than the Bard's Tale on the NES to me. Yes, definitely. The Bard's Tale on NES, it looks absolutely horrible. Now on PC, I love the Bard's Tale, but the NES version looks terrible. Looks like a completely different game.
Yeah?
Okay, did you do a Hayabo? No? Come on.
Don't let it.
Jeff says, yeah, your mom comes home from work with a copy of Rocky Rodent, and you say, OMG, thanks, Mom.
Till we meet again.
Masters, the silly game. Yeah, I had some really terrible games. And I still enjoyed them because that's all I had. Really spoiled nowadays. Way too much selection. I haven't played it, Jeff, the Bard's Tale on the NES. I'm very familiar with Bard's Tale 1, 2, and 3 on PC. But when I looked at the NES version, it looked like a totally different game. You actually may not, you may not hate it because it looks actually more JRPG-ish to me. So, I know you really like JRPGs. There it is, the Hayabo. Oh yeah, we're definitely buying this. And burning thoughts.
À votre service.
Let's see what else he's got. Okay, we're pretty broke, so let's just take that and run. You'll
See
play
a
it someday and
friend.
report back? Yeah. I will be curious to see what you think about it.
Right on!
Ooh, nice. Mr. Spock says, I found memories of my mom bringing home The Legend of Zelda because she knew I wanted it. Funny thing was, I never had even heard of it at the time. So she just thought, she thought you'd like it. That gold cartridge cannot be ignored. Yes. Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, you got a really good one there. One game that I remember getting, my parents for Christmas once bought like 15 games. And I don't know if they were used or what, because I don't remember them all being in boxes. I think they were just the cartridges. I don't think I had manuals or anything, but one of them was Section Z. I don't know if you've seen me play that on stream. I finally beat that on a stream. I could never beat it as a kid. But it's like a side-scrolling shooter. Really, really hard without a hint book, and I, was playing blind. But I played the crap out of that game. I did not want it as a kid, but I still played it because I didn't have much.
You have summoned me?
But I still remember getting that and being like, what is this? And failing miserably at it for a long time.
Ready and willing.
But still kind of enjoying it. Okay.
Company.
Hold on. Looks like I have you listed.
Oh, your mom thought you had mentioned Zelda, but never did? Jeff says good times. What are some of your guys' childhood games that you got that you played even though you knew it was bad? Enchanted Broadsword. $18. No, this is better. Alright, since this instant kill, I'm going to back this up. It's the only place where I'll restore if I die. I haven't died to this in like 30 streams. So I don't plan on it happening today. You never know. Okay. Jeff says, oh, Mr. Spock says, I bought Deadly Towers and after playing it for a while, I would have gladly given it to you, D4J. Yeah, I never had that as a kid. Well, that's not true. I eventually got it. A friend of mine had it, and I loved it. And when we went to his house, I always wanted to play it. He's like, why do you want to keep playing this game? And then later, much later, I got it. Jeff says, I actually didn't have a lot of super bad games from what I remember. Playmates on the SNES isn't great, but I don't know if it's bad. Deadly Towers mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I was the only one that wanted to play it. What we would do is, since it's single player, you know, all the games we had were pretty much single player. He'd let me play that for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, and then he'd get play his game for 5 or 10 minutes. So we were constantly like hot seating and swapping the games. It was so unproductive. Moody says Private Sparkle no longer exists. She now goes by Private Moody. And Jeff says D Forte is #1 Deadly Towers fan. I probably am. I don't really know of too many other people who like that game.
Relax, this fight will be easy.
Alright, bless.
With pleasure.
Let's get a little air training here.
Sure.
Little magic missile training.
It will be done. Sure.
Jeff says we need a mod called Defortly Pay Wars. Oh gosh. I don't think so. Mr. Spock says, I love the point and clicks like Deja Vu, Shadowgate, Maniac Mansion. Yeah, I really like Shadowgate. That's a cool game. I had the CGA version on DOS. I never beat it as a kid though. Because I didn't, you know, cheat or use any hints or anything. There were some things I could never figure out. Jeff says, I was talking to my Zoomer coworkers about Maniac Mansion the other day. You never heard of it? Well, you can microwave a hamster. Anyways, you wouldn't get it. Yeah, that game had a lot of humor and weird things in it. It was shareware, if I remember right.
Taken care of.
I'm pretty sure you could download it for free, like on BBS's, and it was shareware.
Yeah? Nothing over there. Observe.
Before the
An
internet.
item.
Those
I
that
see something.
don't know BBS's bulletin board system. There were like servers you could directly call into with your modems. I actually owned a BBS in high school part-time. Once I got my brother and I got a
It is
phone
locked.
line. We had to share it. And as soon as I got home, I would turn on my BBS. Was it wait a minute. No, it was when I was at school. I turned it on when I was at school. And then when I got home, I had to turn it off because he would pick up the phone and it would make the modem noise. And it would then kick off the server. And he would yell. So then my brother's 3 years older than me. So I had to not do it in the evenings.
À votre service.
You have summoned me?
Okay, I think I'm
Ready
just gonna
and
try to
willing.
break it.
I hear
You
you.
have
À
summoned me?
votre service.
Yeah? Ready and willing.
I hear
You
you.
have
À
summoned me?
votre service.
Yeah? Ready and willing.
You gotta play it someday, Jeff? Yeah, that'd be a
hear
good
you.
one.
You have summoned me?
That's a good game. It's not a bad one.
Ready and willing.
No Target phones, yeah.
I hear you.
You have summoned
Definitely
me?
looks like
I hear
Target.
you.
À votre service.
Yeah?
Door games, yep.
Ready and
I
willing.
hear you.
You have summoned me?
My favorite was Food Fight. It's kind of an RPG-ish.
Ready and willing.
I
You
hear
could
you.
log in usually once a
have
day
summoned
and
me?
play for a few minutes, and then the BBS operator would, the sysop they were called,
Ready and willing.
I hear you.
would determine how much you could
You have
play.
summoned me?
À votre service.
It's fun.
Yeah? Ready and willing.
I hear you.
You have summoned me?
À votre service.
Jimmy says we get some D Forte lore. Right.
Ready and
I
willing.
hear you.
You have summoned me?
Hey, old man, welcome. How are you doing?
I hear
You
you.
have summoned
Says,
me?
yeah, nothing like family members and picking up the phone when you're online and blowing things up. And then blowing up at you for being on the phone. So then, yeah,
Ready and willing.
exactly.
I hear you.
You have summoned me?
À
The
votre
screechy
service.
noise
Yeah.
right in your ear.
Ready and willing.
I hear you.
You have summoned me?
I hear you.
You have summoned me? Ready and willing.
I hear you.
There we go, finally. There's a lot of attempts. Jeff says disabling the modem speaker was a game changer for me. So you do it at like nighttime or something. Yeah, secretly going online late at night. Yeah, there you go. Did you have an external or internal modem, Jeff?
Finished it, huh? We need you to confirm recon.
Back so soon.
Alright, we're still pretty broke. I don't know, we got a decent amount of money. I don't want to spend a bunch of time mixing potions. Let's see. Still no better pole arm. Webs. I think that's worth it. Get a few spell
Don't let
points.
them.
Till we meet
À votre
again.
service.
Excellent.
Some artifact training with this. Jeff says this was actually in the early 2000s. We were still on 56K, not a joke, until after I went to college. Oh, so you got, you were late. Unless it was a lot earlier than that where you had modems. Yeah, my first modem was a 1200 baud. The 56K was like a godsend. The, actually, I may have only had, I'm not sure if I had a 300 baud, but 1200 for sure. It was so slow. It was unbelievable.
You have summoned me?
We there was one protocol
This is most
that I would
unfortunate.
install for some of my friends that were sysop called what was it? Hyperlink maybe? I want to say it was called Hyperlink, where you could upload and download at the same time because there's two wires in the phone line. And if you do that, you get twice the throughput. Pretty sure it was called something like Hyperlink. I know it started with an H. But that was a cool protocol. But you had to do both. You couldn't, just download. Well, you could just download, but you could upload to like get credits on the site and download at the same time, and it would save a lot of bandwidth. 300 was over by the mid 80s, fortunately. Yeah. I know like weather stations and things like that. Like news stations that had weathermen would still use 300 baud for a long time. Hey there, Isabella. Welcome to the stream. How are you?
Just relax and
Says I
enjoy
used
the
2 modems
scenery.
and 2 phone lines until 2008. Combined it, didn't even add up to 56K. One line was always 20K, and the other was 28.8K. Oh, wow. Yes, you could upload and download at the exact same time. He says it's almost like cheating. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then another protocol I would install for others, if you were just downloading or just uploading, there was nothing that beat it. It was called Super 8K, and it would send 8K blocks instead of like 1K blocks. I think Z modem was one of the most popular because it had data recovery built into it at CRCs, so it could auto recover, and you could start an upload or download from where it left off, but it wasn't as fast as the Super 8K because I'm pretty sure it was either 2K or 4K blocks. And it might sound silly, but it would take hours sometimes to download. Let's say you're downloading a big game, it would literally take hours. So going from like a 4K block to an 8K block would shave it down from like, let's say, a 4-hour download to like 3.5. So you'd save yourself like 30 minutes downloading with that. All kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, let's see. Armor plate.
Ready and willing. Damn.
Really? Old man says, yeah, the big jump was between the 2400 and 14.4. Yeah, or 2400 and 9600. That was the big jump I saw. Is how much speedier it felt. Yeah, exactly. He says, oh yeah, Z modem. That I hadn't thought about for literally decades. Yeah, I specialized. They called me the protocol guy. I had installed so many protocols: Kermit, X modem, Y modem, Z modem, Super 8K. I think I had like 14 protocols on my site, and so anybody could use pretty much any protocol. I was like obsessed with getting them all working, even though hardly anyone used most of them. It was just a weird hobby.
You have summoned me?
Okay, I'm gonna try to get away from all that. Yeah, 30 minutes. You could shave off maybe 10%, 20% of the download speed, which was a big deal,
Approaches.
especially when you have a brother wanting to use the phone and you're hogging up the line the whole time.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Isabelli says 30 minutes is a long time when your ISP might kick you off every 4 hours. Oh, that's true too, yeah. Definitely. Plus, I mean, if depending on the protocol you were using it, like I said, Z modem can let you start over, but a lot of times what would happen was it wouldn't automatically recover. Like, it might just drop, the connection drops.
It will be done.
So then you would have to log in and manually restart everything. And if it had, the site you were going to had, like, let's say Z modem, then it could potentially pick up again. But still was a lot of latency and pain in the butt doing all that. I was kind of obsessed with data compression too at the time, but you know, I think I had my first hard drive I had was either 20 megabytes or 40 megabytes. I don't remember the exact size, but it was so small, you know, and you'd install a game that was like 2 to 4 megabytes. So I would try to compress things the most I could. And the one one compression algorithm or program I used the most, I would say, was one called BOA, and ACB. I think that was called like Associative Coder Bayanowski or something. Those two were prediction by partial match algorithms, which were kind of state of the art at the time. Extremely slow to compress, and same speed to decompress. Extremely slow. But it compressed probably, I'd say, like maybe 15-20% more than let's say a typical zip algorithm. So I could squeeze a lot more space out. But yeah, it would take forever to compress and then decompress something. I still have some files in that format that I backed up a long time ago.
Victory!
Okay.
Yeah?
I am injured.
Let's see if we can get her to rust through.
That plague is gone.
There we go.
I hear taken care of.
Old man says my first hard drive was 80 megabytes in SCSI since I was crazy and thought it'd be forward compatible. Did you have a lot of problems with your SCSI? Because man, I know if you start linking devices and things with a SCSI controller, it can become a nightmare. I never had SCSI because of all the, well, the cost and because of all the potential problems. He says, and you just gave me flashbacks to this massive ISA card, cache card I bought in the early 90s, where you literally put on memory like 60 megabytes or something max, and it did speed things up. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I remember those. I never had one, but I definitely remember those. Level 7 Hogar. I remember when I got my first 486. Because I started with an 8088. And then I got an 8086. And then I got a 286.
As short and sweet as a summer rain.
And then I think I jumped straight. Yeah, I didn't have a 386. I jumped straight from a 286
Taken care of.
AT to a 46 SX. And man, watching the compression, how quickly things would compress was insane compared to the 286. 286, you could like just watch the little dots go by, like this slow. Like on if you're using LHA, for example. And then I got the 46, I was like, psh, done. It's like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Let's just see how we can do against this guy. He may knock us out. Get Moody healed up. He's taking some good damage there.
Sure.
And then I'll probably be done after this fight. Yeah, there's the knockout. Zombie. So what we're gonna do is move up here if he can survive this round. Nope, he didn't survive this round.
He's dead.
Let's bring him back.
Sure.
I am back. The hunt begins again. Avec les Avec les
Hopefully he's unconscious. There we go. Yeah, he's dangerous. He knocks you out. He'll take you down real quick.
Yeah? Ready.
À votre service.
Old man says, oh yeah, the SCSI chain was a nightmare and expensive. The other fun memory I have from the mid-90s was going into my college's computer center. One side of the room had PCs, they were crowded. The other side had the next, like a single person on them. Yeah. And there was like a whole bunch of the just regular PCs. Yeah, we had in my college, they had a lot of well, I shouldn't say a lot. They had some Sun Spark stations in the electrical engineering. But besides that, they had a few Macs, and then yeah, the rest were PCs. Fun times. Yeah, my pleasure, Moody. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.